Going to do a quick overview of crypto charts, various cryptos for you today, looking at the overall market, looking at some possible entries and some targets. And obviously we're looking for a strong quarter now, strong period coming up. There's lots of talk out there technically from the 4-year cycles. This is our, the time when it's likely to have, a decent move. But rather than listen to everybody else, we want to just have a look at ourselves and make our own decisions based purely on the technicals. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. So it's 11th of October, and I'm going to start here with Bitcoin. So you'll see on my trading view, I have it set up. So I have my cryptos, and what you'll see today is actually a lot of green. What's some of the big movers today? Litecoin. I mean, there's a few at 4%. You've got Ethereum. You've got 22% there. There's not really anything which is red. It's been a good couple of days, really, good couple of weeks since we had the sell-off starting in May and April. So I'll just start with the main one. So we got Bitcoin, obviously, largest market cap, and it is the one that you want to be looking at. It's the one which has really been leading the way. Obviously, price had an incredible run, coming back all the way down here, previous all-time high. There's mini resistance November last year. And again, in the cycles, you're looking what happened here. When we look at the 17 cycle 4 years ago, from September, trembled along, whoosh, from September to, if we start, 20th of September to the 14th of December, 500% increase, which is just fantastic, really, really, really good. Then if we come back here as well, so 2020, say again, just roughly September up to, April, another 500% move. So really powerful stuff. And then recently, we had the correction. There's a question mark whether we're still in the correction, but we had the correction come down, bang. It's kind of an A and B and a C is what we're kind of looking at here. And then from there, 19th of July to today, we're up 97%. So you need doubled in sort of just under 3 months. So we had this triangle. You could call that a bull flag. So you could say we had the move there, and we could do a measured move with Bitcoin, and we could have that sort of come up there from the lows. So that target is $85,000, which is, as of today's price, another 50% increase. There's all sorts we can play around with this. We do our slingshot. Actually, 1618 is $86,000. So that's a really good potential target. 2618 comes in at 120, so just over double where we are now. But it all seems bullish. What do our indicators say? Again, I'm not going less than daily for this. MACD is positive. You had the crossover there, decent move up. Awesome oscillator continues to go from strength to strength. We obviously do have some divergence to the sell side, but you'll see just with RSI, it's not enough to say that it's going to drop. We had the first signal here, and it just kept going before the correction. So a couple of warning signs. All you could say is, we have to be open-minded and say, well, let's not just all say it's bullish as much as we might want to if you're in. Have a look at the potential bearish case and where it comes to now. Bearish, if we were looking to sell after a big move down, and then you're looking for a corrective move up, the corrective move up would be where we are now, 61.8 to 88.8, and that would be the corrective move. So if prices are likely to weaken, it would be within this green box. So what we really, really want to see, and again, I'll just enforce that, this is where the previous sell was here, which ties in nicely. So again, it's still within that 61.8 to 88.8. That would be the target we need to watch the next couple of weeks. It would not surprise me the mass market's long and with leverage get a correction down and then go. So one of the things you can clearly see, if this was the low, you've had a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a wave 3 up, a wave 4, and then a wave 5. So what could definitely happen, not beyond the realms of possibility, before you get a big move up, you probably get something like this, an ABC correction. And to measure the target for that, let me just take this box off, this Fibonacci, off. And we would then be looking, you put your 100 down the low. So if, and again, it's an if, we would be looking to target for an entry to go north exactly the same box, and it would come down here. So be careful about your entries. You don't want to be buying into resistance. You want to be buying close to supports. So you would want a pullback. You don't necessarily want to, what did we say the increase was? You've had a 100% increase. So you don't want to be chasing that, fear of missing out, FOMO. You don't want to be chasing that. You want to pull back to then go. And again, say we got that, you can already kind of play with targets, and you can put targets there. 1618 is 71k. Where does it go up then? And then we go higher, all the way up here. All of a sudden, I've got confidence of two major fibs. 2618 of here and 423 of that, and that comes in $120,000. So again, bullish, but wait for pullback if you're not already in, and it is an option. And then you might find you get a really, really good move. So that's kind of Bitcoin. Overall bullish, but just be aware of the levels that you'll buy in. Go to top 10 index for all index. We've actually got a similar layout. So go back to Bitcoin. You see, got the triangle. Oh, sorry. Actually, I should say with Bitcoin, one of the things you could see is a chart pattern. If this happens, this would be an inverted head and shoulders pattern, which is bullish. So left shoulder, head, it comes down. Potentially that is already there. So again, this would be the neckline. If the neckline breaks, yeah, complete bullish. But I'd also just be conscious that it could still come down, complete the shoulder, and then go. Top 10 index. Again, daily. Let's just be aware of where we're at in this cycle. At the moment, until this high is taken, you have actually only got a 3-wave move up. Okay. Questionable whether that's a 1, 2, 3. I don't really think that's a 4 unless the 4s are flat and then 5. If that is, then what we're actually in now is an ABC and then up and then potentially an ABC down. So keep aware of that. Whilst it remains within this triangle, it's still a period of consolidation. What I've done is marked, possible targets, so you can see if we get the breakout. And again, how would I play this? I do breakout, retest, and then you would look to then consider the buy. You don't just chase and then it drops all back down. So just be aware, on the top 10 index, we are technically within the consolidation stage, and there's nothing stopping this doing a double correction. Again, I'm bullish. What do our indicators say? If I just put that there, awesome oscillator's just gone red actually. MACD as well is positive, but getting weaker. And RSI is actually, as our divergence came all the way back down to an extreme area, and then obviously we got the bounce. So what the question here is this bounce impulsive going to make a new high, or is it simply we're in this correction, that's a counter trend rally to then come down again? So we need to be aware with the top 10 index that it's still potentially within a consolidation phase, and that is, you would really want to see some strength now. Again, if I just sort of mark out, I mean, this candle here is huge, big drop, and now just before there, if I have a look here, it was support, tried to break above and then slam back down immediately. So this area now, you've got a trend line, and you've got horizontal resistance. So again, it's until we get a clean break above, whilst it's all green and lovely, they may well want to flush some positions out before a big move comes. If we have a look at Cardano, ADA. So this is from, I'll just take all that off, but you get the idea. You can see what we were doing there. How you do it is have a look at these supports here. This is clearly huge support. It was huge resistance before, so you can see all these levels. I'll just put a price level on there for you. All this levels here, similar here. Multiple zones of support. You can start to see MACD did cross, but obviously you can see there it's getting weaker. We just have to be aware that it doesn't want to go to previous levels of resistance, which were support. So again, this level below, you can see multiple times it struggled. Really what we want to see. Seems like it has kind of broken out there. We've got a clear trend line coming down there. Probably put that there. So you can see, ideally, if it did come back down, you've got, every time it's hit the moving average 200, it's then led to, big moves. The question is that an ABC? And now we're about to take off. If I zoom right in, you see the moving averages. Where are we at with it? Well, I've got 9 and 20 set up here. This is the 200. What we really want to see, ideally today, really, that candle to get back above and close above, because again, as we zoom in, you'll see multiple times on Cardano, 2.3, 2.3. It's really struggling to hold above that level. For me, Cardano, if it can hold above maybe 2.35, becomes bullish. Ideally, you'd want to see that today, really, or the next couple of days, a strong green candle. Otherwise, we're vulnerable. To move back south, which again could be a good buy opportunity to then come up. So Cardano's at resistance, short-term resistance here. If it can break above, then again you can see, this level up here would be the immediate target, 2.59, 2.6. So there's it could be vulnerable there. Again, you look at MACD, you really want to see some bullish momentum coming up, but there's a change that's kind of flatlining now, getting slightly weaker actually. So we want to see a move there. Also, still negative. Bring that up. You would have wanted to see some bullish continuation here. So actually these bars go green and then positive, but actually if you look, they're getting weaker. So caution. Algorand is, again, previous levels we had marked out. At the moment, this was huge resistance, came above huge resistance, broke above, retest, huge move up. And now so far it's holding these levels. 1.6 to 1.7 is huge on ADA. If I do that, you see the breakout. Are we just in? It really does get bullish with a price close, a daily close above $2. If we can get that, then again, that sideways consolidation is ready for a breakout. What else do we want to have a look at? EOS as well. I'm a fan of EOS. We've had, it seems like it's been an age, but it was only May, and we were at nearly $15. Today's price is 4.6. You'll see it's broken out of the triangle. Again, the problem is it starts to build momentum, and then today, is that today? Yeah, still red on Autumn Oscillator. So again, what do we want to see here? It's below moving average 200. We need to see some real strength to start taking off. If that can take off, then it's got some immediate. I mean, here would be target one, $8 to $9 breaks above there. Then we want to go for that all-time high. So it's actually got. It's been up here before. It's going to want to go for a retest at there at some point. I'm hoping this is the start of the move, and it does go. But again, most of those other cryptos were were above moving average 200. 200 was way lower. We're actually below the moving average 200 now. So really want to see some bullish momentum. We had the crossover here, 6th of October for MA9 crossing MA20. So giving us an opportunity now to build some strength and go. But again, needs to start taking off and see some continuation. Ethereum. Again, love Ethereum, technically absolutely, amazing. So came below. We had some resistance at these levels, so around 2,600, and again came back down here. Is that a 1, 2, 3? Could have sideways 4 and then a 5 and then an ABC down. So Ethereum could become very, very bullish. Again, same thing again. MA9 cross through 20 above moving average 200, retested previous resistance. But again, it needs, you can see short-term resistance at this level. Really needs to start breaking above 3,650 and holding. So the daily close today, you can see us up nearly 5%. We need to see that push on up. That can push on up. We could be good, and we need to see these indicators see some strength. RSI is obviously looking to turn positive, and it's going up. So hopefully that'll be a nice move. A lot of these charts are very, very similar. To be fair, this is very similar to EOS. This is Litecoin. So again, getting a nice strong move today, about 5%. But again, it's short-term resistance. Look at this huge area here, which is sort of 193, 192, 193. Needs to break above there. And again, we are big sellers stepping in around 234, 235. So if we can start building momentum and closing above moving average 200, we can start going. We had the crossover here, again, 6th of October, big date, where the price moving averages has gone up. So let's hope we can see some movement there. Luna as well has been great. Obviously, really nice, strong moves, but we're in danger on Luna. So I would say when I see this setup in play, this is a warning. So we've got price just continues higher, marches higher, but you're double on the awesome oscillator. You've got MACD turned negative divergence and a crossover, and obviously RSI. So for me, Luna at these levels is big caution. Previous resistance with these levels, it hasn't actually tested those levels, so these didn't quite get there. So I like Luna. I think it's very positive and bullish, but for me, I think I would look for a better entry. I wouldn't necessarily want to be buying at those levels. Prices so far obviously rejected, come below moving average 9. At the moment, it's supporting by moving average 20, but there's a danger that fails and gives way. So have to be careful there. XLM, Stellar, really like it. Again, similar to EOS, how it's performing. So it's broken above the down trend line. And now what we want to see is bullish setup, bullish push. So it broke above. We've had sideways consolidation, which you want to see. And so far, it's finding support of moving average 9. And then we want to go move higher. Obviously, I really fan of Stella. I want to see this start going now, taking off. And obviously, treat them the same, really, or very, very similar with XRP. XRP, we've had, again, I was just looking at this yesterday. 50% increase since 20th September. So in about 2-3 weeks, decent move. This was one of the wave counts we were looking at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an ABC. So again, want to see some strength coming in. This is good. You'll see the difference here on the MACD. So we've come from way below. We had the crossover there at the end of September, and sellers, the price was, or the indicator was starting to get weaker, but then get stronger, little potential false signal there, and then immediately go stronger again. So what we need to see, this is really, really good for and bullish for moving averages, to see 9 has crossed back through, it came below briefly the 200, crossed back through 200, crossed back through the 20. So now we just need to see some price action to move it higher. After a strong move up, 40, 50%, you don't mind it spending a few days sideways. That's bullish. So again, yeah, XRP, hopefully we can get much higher. Similar setup you'll see as the Bitcoin chart. So as a chart pattern goes, you can see that is a potentially a inverted head and shoulders. Got a bit of a neckline there. So again, if we can start breaking above, say, $1.30 to $1.40 on XRP, you can imagine that taking off again. Indicators are looking good. Compared to some of the other ones looking weaker, that they are looking good. What else we got down here? If you look at, here we go then. So definitely monitoring this one. And if I just put, we've got the lines there already. This is why I'm not buying this at this level. So this is for strong, sorry. Ideally, we want to see a pullback. For me, we've got a bit of a channel. I could clone that and bring that down as well, just to give me a bit of levels to play with. It's had incredible price action. So you'll see from August, so it's 300% in what's that, 2 months. So that definitely one I want to be buying or want to be looking at, but I'm not interested at those levels. If price can come back down anywhere here, then I'm very, very keen. If it comes down, it could be 35% drop. If that was to happen, then yeah, I'll start looking. I wouldn't enter until my indicators tell me to. But again, you'll see negative awesome oscillator, which could be the end of a wave 5. We have the MACD here, sorry. It hasn't crossed negative, but it looks like it's about to. Price is falling below the short-term moving average 9. So again, we're strong. If we can get down here, I'll be looking, and got the prices already marked out on my chart where I'd be considering going long. Again, it's not, price area isn't enough on its own. I'll wait for the alert to go off when the price comes down there, and then I'll look for the indicators to support entry. So yeah, generally some really great coins that you can get involved in, some utilities. So for me, setting up a crypto watch list on my trading view, and then just going through them, and keeping an eye out on the price and the indicators. I can just every day just have a quick scan, go through them, see if it's something I want to buy or invest in, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So hopefully the video is helpful. Any questions, and feel free, or any particular coins you want me to have a look at, then drop me a message, and or obviously in the comment section, drop a comment and I can do a chart for that. But yeah, overall, we want to be monitoring this next sort of 3-4 months for bullish moves. Doesn't mean just blindly buy. Never get sucked into fear of missing out trades. Wait for pullback. Use the entry levels. Use the technicals to help guide you, and then it will save you buying at the top or selling at the bottom. So yeah, I hope that helps. And yeah, any questions, give me a shout.